Thanks, everybody, for being here. I want to take a second to start with thanking all the organizations, the fans, the families, the sororities, the fraternities, anyone with any type of name or anything to do with Missouri State. Thank you for coming out to the game. You were loud, you were proud. It was an exciting day to just be proud of what we've done and wear your maroon and cheer loud. And the players really felt it. If you don't know where I stand on that, you have a tremendous impact on the game. Come to the football games, get loud, cheer, celebrate, have fun with us because we love what we're doing. To the game, I think it's encouraging to sit here disappointed with the loss to SMU. I think that shows exactly where we are as a football team and a football program, and it's very encouraging. But like we talked to the team, had a really fast fever start, did a lot of great things. Second quarter, continue to compete in battle. If we go in to half, you feel great getting the ball coming out of half. If we score there, you never know what's going to happen. And to beat elite teams, you have to maintain elite focus, elite composure, and elite resolve throughout the entire four quarters. Rhett and those guys do a phenomenal job. They're well coached. They have more resources than they know what to do with. And I feel like we went toe-to-toe with one of the better teams in the ACC.
Was there a moment on Saturday where you kind of looked around the stadium and kind of thought about how far you guys have come so far? Obviously, there's more work to do, but just the crowd there, the atmosphere, everything that came in that day, just kind of realizing how big that moment was for the program.
Yeah, a pretty special moment was when one of our local guys started the game with the interception on their first third down. I mean, how fitting. J.J. O'Neal, former walk-on, Logan Rogersville, adored by all local media, gets one of the first huge plays of that ball game. The crowd absolutely erupts. People are going crazy. That's big-time football. That's what people are going to start coming to Missouri State for, is the atmosphere, the good football being played on the field, how much fun they have in the stands, and just the camaraderie that comes with a lovable football program. It transcends everything, all the divisiveness in the world. Football transcends it all, and it's just great to have it here in Springfield, Missouri.
Coach, to what do you attribute the quick starts offensively? The record says you're 1-2, but you've gone out and scored first and had the lead in all three games, two of which have been against premier P4 schools.
Yeah, I think we come in with great plans. I think we know exactly how do we want to attack them to start the game, and our players believe they're fresh. They find rhythm, and I think that comes through our preparation pregame. I really like our processes moving up to game time to where they are firing on all cylinders right when the ball is kicked off. I think that will be tremendously important for us moving forward.
Coach, an injury report from Saturday, I know Christian went down.
Yeah, Christian Loiza, he has an ankle fracture, so he will be down a few weeks. So we'll have to have some guys step up. And then from there, you saw Jalen Brooks go out for just a brief second, but he'll be okay. We'll work him back into practice. He should be able to go for Saturday. And that kind of wraps it up. A tough one was on the third and short. We get stopped. Jacob Clark comes off the field hurt. We got a crucial fourth down there. We decided to punt, which was the right decision in the moment. And, I thought he had broken his hand. So did he. And that was one of those things that's, tough. You're sitting there trying to make a crucial decision with your offensive coordinator and your quarterback's heading to the tent. I'm thankful he's okay, and he will be good to go for Saturday.
Ryan, before the season started, did you break the schedule up make it potentially in phases? These three games, was this phase one of the season, playing these three bigger?
Sure. You like to look at it in quarters, and it fits the 12-game schedule perfectly. I thought if we could get out of that little spread 1-2, we would feel pretty good. And especially being able to be competitive with SMU at home, that was a huge step forward, because the difference in the team that you saw going out to LA and being in the Coliseum to the composed, competitive team that you saw versus SMU was night and day. And that's the beautiful growth that happens through adversity, through trials, through things of, trying to figure out who this team is and not the 20 whatever team. What is this football team right now? And I think you're getting a pretty good feel for who we are at this point.
How do you fight against a letdown against UC Martin, or will you even get that, because it's kind of a rivalry now?
Yeah, that's a great question. Anytime you lose, I think it's impossible to have a letdown. We're winners. We're here to win. We're here to win football games, and the look in the guy's eyes, because, you know, we talk about being truthful and honest. They got some hard truth on Sunday about exactly what transpired during that football game, our opportunities to win the football game, and that there should be pain and hurt and disappointment, but there's no reason to sit here and pout. You've got to harness that and put it into your Tuesday practice to go get ready to beat a competitive UT Martin team.
They've only scored about 11 points a game this year, but they played some pretty good defenses too. So how do you kind of gauge what the impact on?
I have a ton of respect for Jason Simpson, and he is a really good coach. He's done a lot of good things there for a lot of years. He will have a great game plan offensively. Defensively, they still like to get after the quarterback, do some different things with their blitz packages. It's going to be a competitive football game, I can promise you that. And our guys need to be 100% ready and understand what they're coming here to do, because I'm sure they've had this game circled for a while.
Coach, I wanted to know what you thought about the play of your secondary from week 1 to now. Guys like, obviously you mentioned JJ, but the play of Thomas Anderson, of Dunbar, of Dixon, the guys on the back end of your defense has made a huge leap from week 1 against a very talented USC offense to what they've been able to do against Marshall and now even against SMU.
Yeah, Corey, I'm proud of the progress. They've matured a ton. I think that's what you really saw. You saw them grow up in front of your eyes. And I know sometimes you look at like a guy like Thomas Anderson, you say, Ryan, he's a fifth-year senior. How much more growing up can he do? In regards to playing the game, you know, yes, he's an older guy, but he hadn't played a ton. And to get his feet wet, to go against some great competition, and then to be able to respond in that manner. Dunbar's a great addition to our secondary. Dylan Dixon is a phenomenal surprise. When I say surprise, he's worked so hard to get himself to this point. We always knew he had it in him, but he's finally, you know, coming into his own and letting us see who he's really about. And then, you know, the safeties have all played well. They're rotating. You know, you've got Guire, you've got JJ, Christian Ford has done a really nice job. And it's just, it's great to see them feed off each other. Sometimes when you get into those in-season position rotations, you would call it, there's some hurt feelings. There's some guys being down and out about it. We got a true team mentality, and hats off to those guys for handling it in a professional manner.
Coach, what was your takeaways after watching game film? You hit them in the mouth early. Second quarter, they start coming back. What changed there in your view?
Oh, I mean, I was sick at times. You know, you look at the film and you just realize just how close we were. You know, it's one of those things that potential could have, should have, would have, all those nice, cool words you like to use. We don't really deal in that realm. Where it changed, I think we felt good coming out of half. The crucial turnover after half was a big turning point. The fourth down, when we got stopped on the fourth down spot, that was a tough one. But again, we were looking for that one more big play. And, you know, when you look at numbers and go through things, we can't ever go 0-12 on third down again. Impossible. It cannot happen. And to be that close with SMU and to have that kind of statistic is mind-blowing. But we will be better there. And the one thing I wanted to bring that up, when you look at that, you have to look at the third ands. When I say that, what is the situation of third down that you're getting into? Is it third and a mile? Is it third and 1 or 2? We have to stay in front of the sticks and stay on time offensively to where we can continue to be in those third and manageables.
Coach, I asked this after the game, but last year you were 1-2, then rattled off 8 wins in a row. This year, similar thing. Do you feel this team is on par like you were last year to make that kind of run?
Yeah, I think so. I really like where we're at. I think they've got a great look in their eye. They took the conversation, the Sunday conversation, like men, and they understand. You know, here right now, what we want to build Missouri State into, it's not a feel good about loss program. It's a work even harder to make sure you never have to feel like that again type of program. And I really do like our football team. I think, you know, we have a tremendously talented roster. Our quarterback does a good job. Defense is really, really coming along, stepping up. We put together some solid plans, fix a few things here or there, and we'll see what shakes out.
Jacob Clark took a lot of shots in that game, but you guys kept playing him all the way through the fourth quarter. Was that your plan, his plan, being the game, or what is that?
Yeah, that's just the plan of competing. Sure, we could have taken him out, but I think I mentioned it after the game. You know, we can be sitting right here, ceiling tile falls, and you get hurt. Jacob wanted to stay in the football game. He was able to stay in the football game, so there was still time on the clock. We're going to compete to the finish. Obviously, you want to be smart about it, but I think we were.
Coach, you talked about guys that kind of have no issues with the rotation, and you've talked a lot about resources as well. Is that going to almost strengthen this team? There's not unlimited NIL here. There's not all the bells and whistles you want. Is that kind of thing where it's like you will have to kind of come together and realize that you have to do this as a group, maybe more so than other schools need to?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I talk about our staff and our players all the time, we're the kings of doing more with less. I've said it over and over. People sit here and you go, oh, the recruiting should pick up their FBS, this and that FBS. It's still the same everything for our players. It's just the power of a made-up mind, a great staff that believes in our players and empowers our players to be the very best they can be. And at the end of the day, it's football. The NIL can't save you when it's between the lines. You've got to do what you got to do as football players and perform at a high level, regardless of whether you're, at USC eating steak and lobster or you're here with us eating Uncrustables,
I know you're,
which I love Uncrustables.
I know you're a week away, but any observations of what you've been seeing the conference? I know you're not looking at them yet, but are any observations of what you've seen?
Yeah, I think Conference USA is a great conference. We're excited to be in the conference and look forward to league play. UT Martin is first. We have to get through this football game. We have to play Bears football. I'm going to be saying that all week. Be who we are, put our best foot forward, and go light it up for our fans.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, guys.
All right, good luck this